Welcome to a new Traveling is Worth It video. We're currently in La Paz, the capital of Baja California Sur.
We have already traveled through the entire southern part of this beautiful peninsula, and now we are heading north, getting closer and closer to the United States.
We woke up at dawn to a spectacular sunrise, accompanied by the beautiful sounds of numerous birds chirping. We woke up early due to the temperatures here. It reached 38 degrees yesterday. Driving with such high temperatures is not recommended for any truck, let alone our estanciera. So we're going to head out really early. We're going to watch the sunrise on the road, drinking some mate, and we're going to keep moving north. What a beautiful thing it is to be able to drive in the morning at sunrise as the sun is coming up. Everywhere you look, even far away, you see cactus, and I don't know, the little shade they cast is just amazing.
I absolutely adore driving early in the morning while sipping on some mate. It's something I've always truly enjoyed.
But now driving early isn't a choice.
It's an obligation because yesterday the temperature reached 38 degrees.
So from 10:30 in the morning on, you can't drive anymore because the truck starts to overheat.
We're still at 24 degrees doing pretty well.
It's 7:30 in the morning. We've already done 60 kilometers and today's plan is to do about 200.
And we have excellent news, and that's that right now we're on track. 43,000 kilometers traveled from Argentina to who knows where.
We don't know where to, but driving and traveling along the route of America, 43,000 kilometers is a huge amount.
It's crazy, and besides the scenery, the landscapes we're passing through are amazing. Three and a half hours later, we reached our destination for the day, Ciudad de Constitución. Crossing through desert landscapes that drove me crazy. I love it. But from the looks of it, this is a somewhat desert-like city.
We're 120 kilometers from the beach.
So we decided that in a heroic act, we're going to step on it and try to get there by 11 or 11:30. We still have 120 kilometers to go. So let's see if at least our stop can be at the beach. Let's look for the stop sign. Is that where Polo goes?
How is it here? We're all going to see it.
So, well, we go through Constitution, we step on it a little. Let's see if we make it to the beach.
How much are the tangerines?
We only have oranges, no tangerines at the moment.
Thank you very much. I was just saying, I really want to eat tangerines.
I started seeing a lot of little stands, not stands, trees, plantations.
You're clearly more educated. I stopped by the store, but they didn't have tangerines.
However, they did have oranges, 5 kilos for 60 pesos, which works for me. It's amazing what we've been traveling through.
First, we came through an area that was all flat and straight. The whole road and everything looked arid.
And suddenly we started going down, curve after curve. We descended from the area up there near the visible guardrail and have been making our way down since then. It's reminiscent of our journey through Peru's Colca Canyon, where we reached an altitude of 5,000 meters. The estanciera is running wonderfully and I love it. The scenery is fantastic and drives me crazy. We can't complain at all. We just descended from up there, taking a short turn. Now we find ourselves at the sea, only 7 kilometers away from the beach. Baja California is such a beautiful place, man, I love it. Right now it's 7:50 in the morning. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm sweating like crazy.
It's extremely hot. Yesterday, a truck driver told us that after a certain place, possibly Santa Maria, but I can't recall the exact name.
But a little further ahead, we'll start going up, and that will make the temperature drop a bit. We'll see it very, very soon. but we're less than 1,000 kilometers from the United States border. An amazing countdown begins. So let's hit the road.
The sign says Mule to the right, Santa Rosalia. That's the name the truck driver told me yesterday.
From that moment on, supposedly, because it's the first time they've told us, we start going up and the temperature starts to drop. We don't know. I think we can step on it up to there to try, but look.
We don't have any signal, so I have no idea what the temperature is, but
I can only tell you that we couldn't even breathe the previous days. The heat from the sand is coming, the hot air. It's intense. You can only sit like this or get in the water.
This whole part of Baja California is being very exotic. Since it's sunrise, the sun is coming up right in front of the sea, and the road doesn't go through these little mountains. And suddenly there are moments of shade that are just glorious. They're really appreciated. Then you go out and the sun hits you like that. We've been doing all these last kilometers early in the morning. The sun always rises on that side, obviously, so Gorda is the one who's been suffering the most from the sun in the mornings. It will remain this way until the United States border. Beyond that, it's uncertain.
I love how you take a turn and see the sea. It's like it opens up from above.
You can see turquoise, greenish, and blue colors, and the rocks. It's beautiful.
Look at this.
And there are several places like this that have little huts, different beaches where you can stop.
They're prepared to welcome people, charging us 200 pesos per day where we were.
With camping, the day costs 100, and with camping, it's 200.
Here it was 200, and it was better not to use the bathrooms, and there was no water, but oh well. You have the little palapa.
Yes, you're at the beach. In the city, it's just the city. Oh, look at this, look at this. Like, I love these curves, like where you go like this and the sea appears. It's amazing. In fact, these are the routes I've always wanted to take. Going around the sea from a little higher up, where you can appreciate the whole view. I think it's fantastic. Taking advantage of the early morning sun before it gets too hot.
Still, on these routes, sometimes the best thing is to keep moving, because at least it's warm and you can handle it a little better. Because when you stop, there's nowhere to go. It's overwhelming heat, the sun burns you. Sometimes it's better to just keep going.
We're entering the heroic town of Mulegé, highly recommended by many. It features several stunning little squares and the spectacular Herbie Parks. Check out this incredible view. It's stunning!
I'm loving my first paper map of the trip, and it won't be the last. From now on, I'll have maps. But look, so let's take this opportunity to review a bit of the route we took in Baja California.
May 18th, we crossed from Mazatlan to Baja California Sur to Pichilingue, the port.
From there, we went to Tecolote Beach and Balandra, where we did a lot of diving. From there, we went to La Ventana, spent time with Los Amunches and Mandinga Tattoo, then went to Los Barriles. We continued and enjoyed all the beaches in Los Cabos. From there, we went up through Todos Santos, but it was a really cloudy day, so we didn't stay and went all the way to El Triunfo to spend the night at a cactus sanctuary. From there, we went back to La Paz. We did the whole route through the center of the peninsula, and we started spending the nights on some little beaches.
Lijuy, the Loreto Boardwalk, and El Requesón.
The best of the best of the best. I loved El Requesón because of the calm waters. I felt encouraged to stay in the water for hours.
And now we left El Requesón, stopped in Mulegé, and the idea is to travel all the way to Santa Rosalia, where they say the weather starts to change. Let's see! The heat is unbearable, but we have some good news. We stopped to do some shopping and met Anna. Anna, you're from here and a follower of the videos, right?
And how do you deal with this heat? My God, I want to know how you handle it.
That's right. Yes, well, it's about staying in the shade, keeping hydrated, and in the afternoons, well, you go to the beaches.
Well, having a beach makes it easier.
Well, Anna, thank you for coming over to say hello and for your good vibes.
No, thank you for coming. I wish you a safe trip. God bless you, and I hope to see you around here again soon.
See you on the road soon. Some repairs on the road? For God's sake, you have to work under the blazing sun wearing those huge coveralls with those hot things. Thank you. By a penitentiary in the middle of nowhere, you could say, surrounded by cacti.
Imagine you want to escape, you have to do it at dawn.
Look how hard it is here, Nico.
I love it because many times when you look, for example, to see if you can zoom in over there, there's a giant trailer.
Yes, everywhere you look, there are giant trailers that remind you of Breaking Bad in the desert.
And in this area, we're also seeing a lot of these junkyards full of old cars.
Junkyards, that's what we call car scrapyards in Argentina.
Look at this little one, but we've seen others that are much bigger. What an exotic, impressive place.
Inhospitable.
Yeah, tremendous.
This is what I love, a little climb and seeing all these beautiful things from the sea appearing.
We've arrived in Santa Rosalia, my queen.
I want to keep going on the road, yes. I don't want to stop.
What, but today's destination? Honestly, I want to keep driving a bit more. The sign welcomes us. I don't feel like stopping now either. Let's drive a few more kilometers. If we continue from Santa Rosalia, we enter the peninsula and there's no more sea.
And well,
there's no sea until the other end of the Pacific.
Are you ready for this?
Look, you just got that Caribbean tan that's really suiting you, huh?
I think we can...
Look who's done with the diving and the colorful little fish.
We must keep going. That's how today is.
Look at this. A little boardwalk. The water down here looks a bit clear. Then you can see some algae there that are kind of brownish.
And the wide sea, how beautiful, really, really gorgeous.
Well, we're at this point. The last city like this with a main road was left by the sea.
Now we would go through the center of the peninsula. Who knows how far? Maybe up to Vizcaíno. That could be a good spot.
Shall we keep going then?
I vote to keep going. Should we continue, spend one more day at the beach, or discover new horizons? New horizons it is.
All right. Quick stop to fill up on gas and a little water in the tank. But I just wanted to show you, that's all.
Some people wonder what the signs look like.
What colors do people around the world choose to promote their stores?
I'm going to show you so you have an idea, just as a cultural reference.
Yes. I knew about the success of...
Look at those cute little houses.
Yeah, right, it looks like an old train station.
A train station. Well, actually, the locomotive was back there. Very stylish. It makes me think of Texas.
Look at all that. So rusty and old, it looks like something out of the movies. Look at that.
This looks like it's straight out of a futuristic horror movie.
It's all extremely rusty. Looks like they started building it, but then abandoned the project, leaving it in this state. Or maybe that's how it works, I don't know. Look, that looks like, I don't know, it looks like an old train station. Look at that roof, my God, I love it. Look at those houses.
Definitely. There's a different style here. There's something about it. Wow. Interesting.
The sign wishes us a happy trip. How could it not be a happy trip when we're going all around the beach, my love?
This curve defines everything, my queen. We're bidding farewell to this stunning sea and greeting the mountains. Shall we go, my love?
Let's go.
The map says from here, straight on in. Come on, ready for whatever comes our way. Let's see if this goes up or not. What's happening?
It's not gonna go down.
What's your opinion? Will the temperature drop or not? I don't think it will. You agree, don't you?
We had to make an emergency stop because the temperature started to rise quite a bit. The road started to have steeper climbs, and of course it's past noon, so the road must be really, really hot.
The estanciera began overheating, and despite our hopes that it would regulate, it continued to rise in temperature, forcing us to stop.
We have a manual electric fan that we installed, and we're revving it so the temperature goes down. Now it's pretty stable. But we decided that we're not gonna continue at this hour. It's crazy. Honestly, we messed up by wanting to keep going.
We wanted to do a few more kilometers, but we messed up, so we're going to head down to Santa Rosalia.
We'll wait until tomorrow, and early in the morning at sunrise, we'll start again. We'll head out toward Guerrero, Negro, which is our next destination.
It's already at a more normal temperature?
Yes. Now it's at a normal temperature.
All right, we're back.
We're back. We did 3 kilometers.
We came back here to Santa Rosalia. We found this beautiful shade. We've already had a little lunch.
Jose Luis and Andres passed by. They watched us on YouTube, and we told them what had heated up. This situation we had with the truck? Uh-huh. And what did you say that hill is called?
The first one is called the Hill of Hell.
And how come we haven't heard of it, Blondie? And does the other one have a name?
And the next one is called the Hill of the Virgins.
Okay. So tomorrow we're going to leave very early so we can cross the Hill of Hell and the Hill of the Virgins.
And the Hill of the Virgins. Well, after that, does it get cooler up there? But really cooler or not?
Yeah, a bit. Just a little bit.
It turns out that these wooden houses that caught our attention so much are French.
The town, originally a mining settlement extracting copper, was founded by the French.
All those big rusty structures were where they smelted the copper to export it later.
So now we're going to visit the church, which has a special feature that we'll tell you about soon.
And the bakery, which apparently dates back to when this town was founded.
From way back in the day.
When we drove by this church today in the station wagon, I thought it was made of wood, but it turns out it's actually made of steel.
They brought it from Belgium. It was brought by the mining company El Boleo, which is the one that founded all of this, using their own ships.
And they say that the design is by the same creator as the Eiffel Tower and that it won first place at an exhibition that was held next to the Eiffel Tower.
And what do you say? Is it true?
I don't know, my love. I have no idea.
All right. You have to take a chance.
Yes, why not? Why not? Let's say yes.
Making your mouth water, isn't it?
Chilaquiles sound tempting right now. I'm craving something salty.
It looks nice.
It looks nice, and it's a bakery from 1901. I think it's from when the town was founded. It's really lovely, very well maintained.
I feel like I've been transported to another time.
These houses that look so old, made of wood with spectacular colors. It's beautiful. There's something that's been happening for several days that I want to show you, and it's driving me crazy. Now it's gotten a little darker, but right now it's exactly 9 o'clock at night and the sky still has light. I mean, it's not dark in nighttime, there's still light. It was 8:45 post-meridium and everything was still clearly visible. It's incredible to have light at 9 in the evening.
And here is the blonde cooking for me with the fan on, heating up the water.
We set the time for 6 anti-meridium tomorrow. We'll wake up with hot water ready for mate and hit the road to cross.
The slope of hell.
What? How?
The slope of hell, the slope of hell. And with 29 degrees at 7:30 in the morning, we set out on the road again.
Oh, we're ready to rack up the miles. We don't know how many.
I'm ready. Hopefully the estanciera is too. Andy, did you check everything possible? Oil, water, all of it?
Everything's in order. We're starting to go up. There's a steep downhill ahead, and we gained some speed. But it wasn't enough to reach the first uphill. We shifted into second gear there. Let's see how it goes. This little part has some shade, so that will help keep the road from getting too hot.
The temperature is doing really well. So far, so good.
What are you feeling?
I'm surprised by the unexpectedly high temperature this early, as it wasn't this high on previous days.
But still, the asphalt is cool from the night and the ambient temperature isn't that strong. So I think it's gonna be fine.
Let's start climbing, my queen. Now shift into third gear.
Yes, let's not get overconfident.
Wow, this was the curve where we stopped yesterday.
Yes, but we were already coming now.
We were already getting up and we were already saying let's stop at any moment because this is getting out of hand, but we're doing fine.
We're doing super well, super well.
We have a truck full of Doritos behind us, so if we come in last, we'll just ask them for a snack. There's something really funny that happens when there are really steep curves like this, or when the truck tilts a lot.
It's that Cynthia tends to.
To compensate for the weight?
To try to balance the weight with her body. We're doing well, huh?
We're doing well, yes.
I mean, they're pretty tight curves too. And what I had to do, we saw that there were several trucks going up, but we were going up really slowly.
If that happens to us, it kills us because that
It makes our temperature drop a lot, our speed drop a lot, and then it's harder to get going again.
Also, that makes our engine temperature go up and makes us go slow.
Of course. We'll stop over there.
Okay, we're doing fine. It hasn't arrived yet, but nothing alarming.
We're gonna have to step on it.
Another little truck? It's a pickup truck.
You'll hear some noise, which signals to go. I need to shift into first gear first.
It started to go up a little, but it just moved. It just went slightly above the ideal working temperature, and now it's gone down. So using first gear helped a bit.
And now, what's that?
This road reminds me of when we left Cochabamba, Bolivia with the engine freshly repaired. And we were also going up a steep hill like this, struggling all the way. The engine was freshly repaired and we were making a mess of things, but it was spectacular.
It climbed it really well, just like now.
Just like now, it climbed and climbed. The temperature was good. This is hell, Rubia.
Don't challenge it as it keeps climbing. It gets steeper, making that little noise for the first time in its life.
Look at the truck up ahead, going super slowly, but we're doing fine.
It's still climbing well. The Doritos truck left without helping us, but this little truck is brave. But even in first gear, we can't overtake it, so it's climbing. Yeah, it's going strong.
Do you want to get out and film the estanciera passing by?
The temperature remains pleasant.
Little uphill, extra. Is it improving, dear? Don't you enjoy adding some excitement to our journey?
I've had enough already. As far as the truck goes, I've had enough.
But as far as the scenery goes, it's another adventure. Another little climb and I'll shift to third gear, Dad. Going downhill, Rubia?
Yes, please.
The downhill drive cools the engine. Did we pass the hell hill?
Can it keep going till we make it? I think so.
The temperature should go down now.
We have a straight path. Let the Cuesta de las Vírgenes come, man. We've got plenty of station wagon left for a while. signs pointed toward the Three Virgins, Volcano, and other unknown destinations.
So, by deduction, it would seem to indicate that we're starting to climb the slope of life.
Here we go. I think this is already the worst one. I don't know, maybe psychologically. Because of the name, maybe Hell's Slope sounds worse than the slope of life.
Let's see what reality has to say.
Let's see, for now. I love this landscape full of cacti. Honestly, up to here, I wouldn't even call this a slope. I'd call it a little hill. A little heel!
Don't challenge it. Don't challenge fate.
Let's see if you can tell it rises slightly over there.
Yes, it's very good. The outside air felt cool, nice, so that helps.
I love seeing this landscape from above. It's beautiful. It looks amazing.
Despite many curves and climbs, we're performing really well.
I won't say much, but if this was the Virgin Slope, that's all I'll say.
That's it, because it doesn't look like it's going uphill anymore.
It looks like a test.
What was it?
Yes, really. At first in Muguete we were supposed to get to Guerrero Negro, but that was what...
Now comes the good part. We just stopped here on the road because I wanted to feel the temperature a bit. And it feels super cold. I mean, you can tell it's much cooler. The sun doesn't seem to burn as much. I like it. I like it.
The temperature dropped, bringing relief.
We made a little detour from the route and came here to San Ignacio, which we were told was a nice little place to explore and walk around.
Honestly, I already found it beautiful, with the palm tree-filled lagoon greeting us upon arrival.
The shade from the palm trees, the fresh air.
The shade in these trees here, please.
How a city changes when it has little trees, when there's shade, especially when it's hot.
Definitely.
It's a totally different experience.
Yes! I grew up in a city that had a lot of trees, and I love it. I'm fascinated by it. It gives me nice feelings, nice sensations when we arrive at a place with little trees.
It's beautiful. It's something else.
Yes, and it has many old houses. Well, this is one of the many missions that are in Baja, California.
We have the old church and the old little houses with those thick walls. I really like old buildings. They're beautiful.
The central plaza, the wide streets.
But above all, it's not so common to see central plazas with so many trees.
In fact, I remember Mexico City, when we went, it was bare.
Well, yes, there aren't any in the Zocalo. I loved it.
It reminded me of King Carlos in Buenos Aires.
Go, San Ignacio!
Well, to everyone who told us it gets cooler, for this area, yes, it does get cooler.
San Ignacio looks like a beautiful place to spend the day. It has a lot of campgrounds from what we've seen. So for being in a small car, it's also a great destination to make a beautiful stop.
A quick stop before continuing my drive. I got 2 beef burritos, the blonde kind.
But I've already eaten. I'm totally full for breakfast.
Did you have a good breakfast? There's a stand here. We'll try the burritos, then go. Very good, thanks.
Hello, how are you? Good? Yeah, just taking a little trip. All set!
We just made a little stop because, I don't know, a few meters back we saw what we think was a fox. We couldn't stop to see it there.
And we just found a little spot here, but Andy took the opportunity and is going to make some coffee. How are you? Are you going to have your breakfast?
We've been looking for a little place that serves coffee, but we couldn't find any. Let's get some quick coffee and keep going.
Look at the size of this cactus.
Wow, that's huge.
I've been here for 2 minutes, and I've already seen a hummingbird, some other strange little birds with a very unique song, and a kind of little squirrel, but it was this tiny...
Oh, Andy just called me and he already has his coffee ready.
But honestly, I feel like staying here for a while, watching all the life that's in the middle of these little carts.
We stopped to try the pan de mujer bread after seeing a sign for it. It's called that because it doesn't contain eggs. Very good, I loved it. There are ones with peppers, ham, and cheese. There are some with cajeta, which is like dulce de leche, piloncillo, and pumpkin. Have some mate. Alright, thank you very much. Each one is 20 pesos.
But what got me was the part about being a woman, because it doesn't have eggs. Now we're passing through an area called the Vizcaíno Desert. And look how the landscape changed. Those big cacti are gone, and even the small bushes aren't here anymore. There are barely any plants at all, just very, very short ones. And in some areas, not even that. It's incredible. This really feels like a true desert.
But the temperature didn't go up. No, the air is cool. It's pleasant.
Something that really catches my attention on this route is the huge number of crosses on the side of the road. And it catches my attention even more because it's a straight road and it looks like it's in good condition. The road is straight without any cliffs or curves, yet there are many crosses along the way, which I find puzzling. You see small mounds with 3 crosses on one and 2 crosses on another. It seems they buried 3 or 4 people at once.
We've reached Guerrero Negro, thank God. We believed it was still far away.
We made it to distant Guerrero Negro.
Definitely. Do you want to show me the route we took?
What we did since Elricason yesterday was take this whole little route, passing through Mulegé. We arrived in Santa Rosalia. This is where we couldn't finish the climb. And this morning we did this whole route, reaching temperatures that allow us to live.
In fact, we're right under the sun, and look, does anyone see sweat perspiration? No.
What else?
We continue along this route. We're still crossing the Vizcaíno Desert. Now we're in Guerrero Negro. The last city before leaving what's known as Baja California Sur to enter just Baja California.
It's the last Mexican state on this journey.
My love, we're very close to the border. There are less than 800 kilometers left to the border to the United States.
So in the next video, we're going to show you which route we decided to take as we get closer to Tijuana.
We send you a big hug.
We're super excited about everything that's coming. So thank you for joining us, for subscribing to the channel, and for continuing to travel with us on this adventure. See you when, Rubia?